hi everybody and welcome to Hannah's Happy Space. My name is Hannah and you join me here in my happy space surrounded by crafty goodness. Welcome back to any of my current subscribers. Welcome to any new subscribers and just generally welcome to everybody. Everyone is welcome here in my happy space. Okay, now just very briefly, for those who do not know me, like I said, my name's Hannah. I live in a little town on the edge of Dartmoor, which is in the southwest of England. I live with my sister Cara and her son Sebi. Okay, now normally I'm not quite as frequent with my podcasting. If you have watched my videos before, you'll know that I was here only a week ago, but I did say that I would be back quicker than usual because I had a little giveaway running and the giveaway has come to an end. Today is Friday the 18th of March, yeah, just double to remind myself what month it is, and that was the deadline for the giveaway. So I said I'd be back and here I am. So today is going to be probably quite a short podcast. I have got some other things to show you other than just tell you who the winner is, but not as much as I'd normally have. As you can see through my conservatory, the sun is shining. It is lovely out there today, so hopefully we're in for a few days of lovely weather. Hopefully it won't be too bright and affect what I'm showing you. I'll try and do my best to, do the podcast to blocking, but yeah, hopefully we'll be okay. Right, have I got anything else to tell you? Like I said, it's not been very long since I saw you last, so probably not. Nope, can't think of anything. Had knit club yesterday, saw lovely Ruth, got it in there. Where are we? About a minute in. Let's get Ruth's name right in there. Oh, I did, however, I did mention this to you last week. I handed Ruth over some hand-dyed yarn. I know she put it up on her Instagram very secretly, didn't show what it was, but she too is running a giveaway, or will be running a giveaway for her birthday. And one of my skeins of yarn is one of the prizes. So if you want to see what that is, head over to Ruth Loves to Knit. Okay, let's get in with it. Shall we get on with it and start as usual with my finished objects, my FOs. If you see me looking down, people who've been here before know it's because I've got my notes just under the camera. I probably should put them somewhere else. That saves me looking around all over the place. Anyway, let's go. Finished objects, no surprise, I've got some socks to show you. I had some finished socks last time I saw you and I had some socks on the go. So let's start with this pair I showed you. I think I definitely had one done when I showed you these. There we go. One sock and to prove, 2 socks. Hold on, let's show them separately. There we go, 2 socks. These are for Cara. They're a size 6. I'll just show you, there we go, the colours of the yarn. So this yarn is Rico Vintage Superba and is colourway Fuchsia mix. This wool is super soft. I was saying to Cara yesterday, I was doing the Kitchener on them, and they leave your hands feeling really soft. So I assume it's the lanolin in the sheep's wool, because they are a wool polyamide blend, but they are 80% or 75%. I think they're 20% polyamide, 80% virgin wool. So that is the first shear from the sheep. So they're super, super soft. And I think I said last time, you can see the wool's got a slight halo to it, so they're really, really soft. Not scratchy. I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to wear it on my face. I think it would be too tickly. But really, really lovely socks. Quicker to knit than my usuals because Cara's a size 6. These, as ever, are using the pattern from Christine Perry, the Winwick Mum. This is her basic sock pattern, so they're cuff down. This is just a 2x2 rib, leg, reinforced heel flap, heel turn, and then you pick up the the gusset, you see the decreases there, down the foot, and a wedge toe with a Kitchener stitch. So that's the pattern I generally use for all of my socks. And you'll see that shortly. These are all just what we call vanilla socks. So just completely plain, no pattern. And I always have a pair of these on the go for someone, just because they're easy travelling knitting, easy TV knitting. Yeah, all good. So that is the first pair of socks for Cara. So that's those. She can have those to wear now because they've been seen. Sure, I hear lots of podcasters doing that. Oh, I haven't worn it yet, or I haven't given it to the person yet because I wanted to show you first. Right, this is another pair of socks that actually I showed you a few podcasts ago. I started them and then I'd done one sock, put it in a bag and obviously put it somewhere and forgotten. When I was looking for a project bag the other day to put a different project in, I was, as you do, root through, and I found a sock and the rest of the wool. So I thought, oh, I best get on with that one. So these are socks for me, and these are them. This is the first one. There we go. And like I say, proof that there are two. So this yarn, slightly different. This is a sock yarn from Regia. This is Regia Tutti Frutti, and this is colourway Grape. I haven't got the ball band with me, I left it at work. But yeah, that's definitely colourway is Grape. And these are a cotton and wool blend. I don't know the percentages. Like I say, I haven't got the ball band with me. I will put the information in the description box below, which I will do for everything. So any of the yarns or the patterns or people that I'm talking about will be down there. And as I mentioned previously, I don't always remember to put everything in. Sometimes I forget things. If the information isn't there and you want it, just message me. Leave a comment and I'll get back to you. So these are, like I say, for me. So they're a size 8. And these were knit using higher 9-inch circulars. I have got 2 pairs, I think, already in this cotton yarn, shorty socks, so sort of that length. They're really great summer socks. Some people don't really, I know, and we've got people in our knit group that just don't like the cotton yarn at all. Other people who love them and have made a pair in every single colour. So that is those. Pair number 2. Okay, and pair number 3, pretty impressive. 3 pairs of socks finished in a week. 3 separate socks knitted in a week, but you know. You've seen these before. I'd already done one. Again, for me, these look bigger, but you know, they fit. These are knit using Siobhan's Crafts with the sparkle. Yeah, you can just about to see that. Siobhan's Crafts is the main colour, and that is Denim Rainbow. And the top colour is some yarn that I had left over from another project. That is Roots Radical, that's the name of the colourway. And that is from Ellie, Dyed in the Wool. So 1 sock. And 2 socks. Let's put them together. They are typical of hand dyed yarns. Sometimes don't know what you're going to get. So if I put them together, you can see obviously they're from the same yarn, but they've come out quite differently. I've spoken about this before, how dependent on number of stitches, where you start in the ball of yarn, things come out differently. I'm not bothered. I don't mind having mismatched socks. Obviously they're a pair, but yeah, it doesn't bother me. I suppose if you really wanted them to be exactly the same, you find the same place in the yarn that you started. but they're so soft. Really, really soft. You know, some people think that the stellina in them might be prickly or, you know, scratchy or anything like that, but not at all. And the yarn itself is super soft. These both, the green and the main colour, are on, you know, sort of your typical hand-dyed sock base. They are 75% merino superwash, 25% acrylic. Not acrylic, nylon. Yeah, so those are one lovely pair of rainbow sparkly socks, just for me. And the yarn left over, I have got the green still because I'll use that for other projects. The yarn left over from this particular ball I have passed over to Mum. I mentioned it last time that I might do that, so we can both have a pair of socks out of some nice yarns. And we'd trade. However, she didn't have anything on, you know, half a ball of anything that that I could pinch from her basically yesterday when I saw her. So she is in lieu. She is owing me a minimum of 50 grams hand-dyed, just to let you know, Mum, that is what I will be expecting. So there we go, last pair of socks for this week. Anyway, I haven't cast on any socks, shocking, I know, but I did only just finish kitchenering up these socks last night. I have got requests for socks. Dominic and his great big feet would like a pair of socks. He wants, I showed you, not last time, the time before, a pair that were also Siobhan's yarns, that were based on the Disney character Mulan. He would like what's left over from that. I've got, it's definitely less than 50 grams. I think it's about 44, something like that. But I've got some blue and some red contrast yarns that will go with those. So he'd like a pair of those. Harry, my other brother, he's about size 10, would like another pair of double knit socks. He wears them around the house constantly because he's got he always has really cold feet. Circulation in his feet isn't great, so he likes a pair of those. Cara always wants a pair of socks, although I think lots of people are starting to notice this, Cara. We were at Knit Club yesterday and our friend Geraldine just surreptitiously passed a pair of socks across the table to her. There you go, Cara. So she does quite well out of us knitters. And whenever I'm knitting anything, she asks if it's for her. So she will get another pair of socks at some point. And she's only a size 6, so they're quicker than doing my own. And finally, Sebi has now requested a pair of socks. He's had mine on. Obviously, they're massive on him. He has got size 3 feet now, actually. He's only 8. He's super tall. But he's just gone up a shoe size, so it's doable. He's obviously got narrow feet because he's younger. So I was talking to Ruth yesterday actually about what size stitch count to go down to, because I do my socks on mini circulars. I don't want to go down too many stitches because they just won't go around the needle, and I don't do DPNs. And I've never done magic loops, so it's going to be a case of experimenting, I think, to see what I can get for him. And obviously I always need socks, so and you know, I've got plenty of yarn to get through, so there will always be socks on the go. I think that's enough sock chit chat now, do you think? Let's move on to something else. I've got one other finished object to show you, and that is using some of this yarn again. This is the sock yarn that I used for Cara's socks. So I got a pair of decent length size 6 socks. That was tricky to say. Size, yeah, that's right, size 6 socks out of this yarn, this 100 gram ball. And I've weighed this and I've still got something like 44 grams left, because I didn't just make a pair of socks from that yarn. I have also made this little chap. Ooh. So cute. You can see, look, I've got quite big hands, but he's smaller than my hand. Let me put him up to the camera. I finished him and he was sat on the sofa, and Sebi's going, oh, he's so cute. Yeah, so this little fella has been made using that yarn, but as you can see, he is crochet. Oh, getting a bit wobbly there. With little teeny tiny ears, and on the back he's got a little teeny tiny tail. I have made these bears before. Excuse me. Now, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly. It is, this pattern is called Mr. Luiwood. I think that's how you say it. It's Luiwood. And it's designed by Mr. Lou. I think their Instagram site that I follow is Mr. Olu Official. Again, it'll all be down the bottom. I think possibly it's a German company. Yeah, but the pattern I think maybe is probably in the pattern is written up as a double knit. Obviously for crochet, or I say obviously, not everyone knows, with crochet patterns, especially, you know, for toys and things, if you say the pattern is written for double knit and you use a 4mm hook, you can use that pattern like I have, and I've used 4-ply yarn and a 2mm hook, and you just get a smaller version. Again, if you wanted to scale up, I know Mum's made one of these in chunky yarn, and he's, you know, this sort of size. So if you want little diddly things, it was fiddly only because it's very fine yarn, teeny tiny hook. I haven't got it as actually, you know, 2mm. It's a Clover Soft Touch hook I use. So like the little ears here are only, you know, like a 6 double crochet circle. Obviously I can't tell you too much because it's a paid for pattern, but a great way of using up sock yarn if you've got any left. I think it only used sort of 5 or 6 grams. It doesn't seem right to me, that, but I weighed the yarn before and after. Yeah, so and the eyes and nose are just black embroidery floss. You could use yarn. And he's obviously got these little bits are quite tricky because they're skinny. But I really like him. And I'm sure I'll make more. And actually, we were saying he is all the same colours, but a little bit paler than our new rug, and sort of what we're having in our front room and things. So I'm sure he'll find a place, probably on the mantelpiece. But look, he's so little. Yeah, so that is my final finished object, and I've got all this yarn left, so this will probably become a pair of socks for me, but with some contrast yarn. I think I might have some purple sock yarn somewhere that will go with that. Okay, so that is it for finished objects this week. I have got just the one whip work in progress to show you. It's a new one. All the other whips that I showed you last week, bar the socks, I've not touched this week, obviously. I say obviously, I keep saying obviously, things aren't obvious, are they? I've worked on the socks and started this new project. Don't have time for everything. I have also started another art workshop I went to on Wednesday, so that's an extra afternoon of not knitting. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of the previous art workshop that I went to and the pieces of work that I made. I know not everybody's interested in those kind of things, but if you do follow me on Instagram, you'll see some of the other crafts that I get up to. And I did a local craft workshop 4-week course on mixed media collages, and that was townscapes. This time I'm doing mixed media and stitch, like a collage course again, and that's where I was yesterday. So you know, if you want to see them on the channel, let me know. If you don't, then that's fine. Or you can head over to the Instagram and have a look. Anyway, let's get back to woolly things, woolly whips. This is another crochet project. Haven't done a huge amount of crochet recently, and I think doing that little bear made me think, oh, I'll pick up the crochet hook again, see what I can get up to. So I started a blanket, what will become a blanket. I fancied doing a hexagon, joined hexagons blanket, but I was put off by sewing in all the ends, because you see all these beautiful blankets like granny square blankets, lots of different colours, different layers, different rounds of different colours, and they look beautiful, and I do like them. But sometimes I think, oh, I can't be bothered with all those ends. I know some people just crochet over the ends. I don't always trust that method. I prefer to just have the security of having them sewn in. Anyway, wanted to do this hexagon blanket, so I have gone for this. Now, when I show you this, you'll say, Hannah, that is not a hexagon. That is a circle. So, yes, this is a circle. However, it will become a hexagon. Excuse all, I haven't sewn any ends in yet. So the plan is, I haven't got I've looked at, you know, different patterns, different pictures and things, and I'm pretty much making up the pattern now. So this is, well, colour's not showing up as well as it could. What about if I put it over this side? Nope. Anyway, this is just a solid circle, which is all done in trebles, and there's four rounds of trebles. And then when I've made all my circles, I'm going to make them into hexagons. I'm either going to use a cream yarn, or they do a grey in this particular range. If you can see, it's got white flecks running through it. This yarn is, I've got the ball band, here it is. This is King Cole Cotton Top. So this is a 78% premium acrylic, 22% cotton blend. This is double knit. This is actually from the shop, the Woolly Beater, where I work. So I've got a ball of this colour, which is teal. I have got a ball of this colour, which is jasmine. And that's those two. And finally, I have got a ball of this. Oh, that's showing really pale. It is quite a pale colour. It's more green. It's showing a bit yellowy on the screen. Avocado. So those are the three colours I've chosen. Like I say, I'm going to turn them into hexagons with either a cream or a grey yarn. Out of 100 grams, I have managed to get 20 of these circles. So in total, I'll have 60, which isn't going to be the right number for making a rectangular blanket. I'll do a bit of maths there. And then once they are turned into hexagons, I think I'll crochet them together, double crochet them together, or sew them, one of the two. But I won't crochet them together as I go, because they're going to be like more of a, you know, solid hexagon as they go. It's hard to explain. If you're not a crochet, you probably won't know what I mean. If you are, you'll have more of an idea. So these are what a solid crochet. So there's no gaps in it, unlike a granny square where you've got those gaps in between the groups of stitches. So the hexagons will be this more solid, and you'll just have a little gap on the corners, which would be where you join as you go. And I don't think, you know, there's going to be more of a hole in between them. So that's not the look I want. Oh, that was long-winded, wasn't it? So yes, that is the crochet on the go at the moment. And these are super simple. I can make these as I'm watching TV. And these are all stored in my lovely spotty bag from the very lovely Crafty Clegs Creations, lovely Jeanette. So that is that one. Let me put that one in there so I know where it's gone. And that is that for this week's makes, made or making. Okay, so I guess that brings us round to the winner of the giveaway of this hand-dyed skein of yarn from me. This is Wintry Showers. Like I say, I'll put a few other surprise bits and pieces in with this skein of yarn. So what I have done, thank you so much to everybody who has entered. What I asked you to do was just comment with something you wanted to make this year, and from doing that, I found so many new patterns and designers on Ravelry. I don't know if it was a great idea for me, really, because now I'm like, oh, I want to make this and I want to make that. But really lovely. Thank you so much. So what I have done, hopefully, yeah, that shows up, doesn't it? It's a bit of glare, sorry. What I've done is used one of these random name pickers. That was Devonshire. Random name pickers on the internet, and I put everybody's names in, so now I just have to click it to see who's going to win. So I shall go ahead and do that. Oh, she says, pressing the wrong button. Click to spin, go. Oh, it's going. Ooh. Has it stopped? Yay! And the winner is Sylvia McCormack. So well done to you, Sylvia. Thank you so much. What I will do is I'll leave you a little message on the message you left me, so you know it's you. And then we'll get in touch with each other for an address, and I shall get that out in the post to you. So thank you so much. Congratulations to you. Hopefully you like the yarn and get to make something lovely with it. Okay. Oh, I have got one more thing I thought I'd share with you, because I knew this was going to be a quick one. I didn't have a huge amount to show you. I'm just looking over there to see if I've forgotten anything. I thought I'd maybe just share a little bit of love, share some love with some fellow podcasters. Now, I assume, like me, you also, alongside your bit of TV, probably enjoy a podcast. Hopefully that's why you're here. Enjoy a crafty podcast, as I do. I have to be honest, I don't watch a huge amount. I normally go on recommendations of people, but when I find someone I like, I tend to go back. You know, like if you find a series on TV, you watch it like a box set. It's almost like a box set of podcasts, and you go through and you watch what they've done in the past, which are always it's really good, actually. I've been with these two people, actually, that I'm going to mention. I've gone back and watched previous things, and obviously because it's a little while ago, they've made patterns that maybe you've forgotten about now, or you haven't seen because they were on trend or whatever, new at the time, and they've passed you by. So it's always great. And podcasters, crafty podcasters, always recommend new yarn dyers or yarn suppliers, different tools for the trade, all kinds of things. One of these podcasters is mainly yarn based. She does do sewing, and then the other is she calls herself an all-rounder. I'm sure you'll all know both of these. They're not brand new to me. I do know, I have been watching them for a little while, or have heard of them before, but I've now just taken the time to watch them. And those are, she goes on rambling, are lovely Davina from Little Workroom Crafts. Yeah, that's right, it's not workshop, it's Workroom Crafts. Lovely Davina. And she uploads every Monday. I don't know how she does it, because I find it hard enough to upload every 2 weeks or so, and she does little extra videos in between sometimes. And she's just a ray of sunshine. She really is. She's always happy. And she's always got lovely things to share. And she knits and she crochets and she cross stitches, which I love. Don't see a lot of cross stitch podcasts. Knit, crochet, cross stitch, sewing as well. And she does do one thing which I love on her podcast is and what have you been up to, where she shares what other people from the craft community have been up to as well, which I think is really lovely. In all my experience, have found that the craft community are a wonderful, lovely bunch, and sharing and celebrating what we all do is amazing. So if you don't already watch Davina, definitely head over to Little Workroom Crafts. I'm sure lots of you already watch her. the second podcaster that I have been watching a bit more of recently is Alex, and Alex is my looking to make sure I get it right, my Yarny Corner. And I think Alex she's been podcasting a while. I think roughly about the same time as me, actually. And she is up in Yorkshire, and I love a northern accent, so that is a bonus for me, Alex. And again, another super clever crafter, knits, crochets, started sewing, and her partner dye yarn, so that's, you know, another passion of mine. Another really friendly, or comes across really friendly, lovely, happy crafter. And you know, she also shares, she's happy to share, sharing her crafts and things, but she also shares a lot of her personal stories, which I think is really, you know, should be celebrated as well. Like I said, we're all a really lovely bunch, hopefully. And it's nice to be able to share and talk with other like-minded people. So, you know, really, really good podcast. That's all I'm going to say. Really brilliant podcast. She also, actually, talking of extra videos, vlogs a lot. I know she's doing March vlogs at the moment. She's done Vlogmas, Vlogtober. Again, how she fits it all in, I do not know. I did Vlogmas, and just I felt like every evening was like, oh my gosh, I haven't put the video up, or what am I going to do today, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, she shares lots of home life, her family and things during those different vlogging times. So those are my two recommendations of craft podcasts this week, sharing a bit of love for lovely Davina of Little Workroom Crafts and lovely Alex from my Yarny Corner. So head over to those two if you don't already. Okay, that's it, I think, from me this week. It will probably be another 2 weeks now. Also, I'm, you know, like I said previously, sorry, I've got really itchy nose, saw the fluff. As I said previously, I'm going to try and get things up every 2 weeks. So hopefully I will see you again in 2 weeks. Sylvia, I shall get in touch with you and get that yarn out to you, and everybody else have a wonderful couple of weeks. Lots of crafting. Enjoy the sunshine if you've got it where you are, if you're as lucky as us. And just have a lovely time. Right, I'll see you all again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.